Hello.
12 days to go to due date. Hoo-wee. So the 12 days to go video last time was when we had him simulating childbirth, which was hysterical. But today's 12...
So last time when we had Lila at the 12 days to go, 12 days to baby, I simulated labor.
Yes.
I tapped out very quickly. I had fun with it. It was traumatic. I don't want to talk about it.
But it was
So
fabulous.
this time we decided to, based on a request.
I was gonna say we did this last time, which is what the video will be that you can watch later, is the time we did the baby mama dance last time, but we got a special request. So here is baby mama for baby number 2.
When the song come on, let me see you get down. Baby mama, this your song, been pregnant for way too long. And tell the DJ turn it on, turn it on. If baby mama, go ahead. She gon' make that baby mama. Work. She gon' put it on you. She gon' make that baby mama. Drop it down, drop it down, down, drop it down, drop it down, down, drop it down, drop it down, down, put the baby mama when I step down the top. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door. Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I got an ill flow. Tryna make some money, buy some huggies from the store. S to the T to A, double R K, to the E I, S H A, and I don't play, doing my way. Preggo, but I'm still doing moves like Beyonce. Yeah, I said I'm pregnant, get the child support and pay my rent. Pay my rent, your opinion is irrelevant, cause I'm a baby mama. I can do just what I want. I turn up.
She gon' make that baby mama.
Work.
She gon' put it on you. She gon' make that baby mama. Drop it down,
Drop it down, down, down,
drop it
drop it down, drop it down, down,
drop
drop
it
it down,
down.
drop it down, down, to the baby mama, step out on the top. Baby body, baby.
So that was fun. I am more pregnant this time. I'm just as pregnant. I just feel more pregnant this time.
Yeah, well,
But I got a couple body rolls in.
I'm not
I
saying
got a
you're not
couple-
in shape, but we were in much better health.
Yeah.
Emotionally, physically.
Yeah. We didn't go to Orange Theory or anything this time, and with COVID I wasn't going to prenatal yoga classes and all that.
Yeah.
And you can try to do stuff at home.
You
and
look
can
amazing.
do.
You're beautiful.
Well, thank you. But yeah, we were much more I mean, he's been going to the gym much
We're
more
not in our
regularly, but we're not.
space.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of ways in which this pregnancy
But she's
we're out of
also
sorts.
bigger, and so my body is larger. I just feel, that's what I meant by more pregnant. I just feel more pregnant.
Yeah.
Thank you for the request. Happy to oblige. Hope you guys found that fun.
Or
How was your
something.
day?
It's good. I mean, the pumpkin patch was awesome.
We took Lila to the pumpkin patch. My parents came, and she was on a mission to find the biggest pumpkin. Like, this was, you could not sway her from going anywhere. She was like, I'm going to find it. And we got a variety of pumpkins. We got one for baby sister, for Brady the puppy, for us, for her.
And then a bunch of little
And a bunch of really cute little ones. And then we went and got their famous apple cider and apple cider donuts. Oh,
so good.
so good. Which was really, really fun. Yeah. And then today, the rest of the day's just been a little hectic because he leaves tomorrow.
Yep.
And so we've been trying to do...
We accomplished a lot in that room in a very short window.
We did. And we are going to do a lot more tonight downstairs. And then this week, while he's not here, I'm just going to be cleaning and sorting and doing what I got to do. But we made sure the heavy lifting, like the bassinet, is now in our room by the bed.
We've moved the
bed
over
itself
to the
got
room.
moved a little bit so that there's more space. And we're just checking things off.
Checking things off the to-do list. Not fast enough and not enough.
I know. We ran out of time.
Yeah.
We wildly ran out of time.
And because we say that, she's gonna come late. Hopefully.
You know what? That's fine. I am perfectly fine if we go past 40 weeks here. This is I'm cool with that.
Okay, me too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, VIA. 1 week and 5 days.
Daily development.
Boys are generally born larger than girls, though this is not always true. You'll find out soon.
We will, because we know as if a week and a half ago.
That's not a daily development. I don't appreciate that as daily
development.
That's silly.
10 interesting facts about breastfeeding.
It's hard. It's challenging. Your
It
breast
hurts
will
at first,
engorge.
but then it's
you
really
will
fun.
look like the Hulk.
I looked like the Hulk. You said I looked like a teenage boy's fantasy mixed with the Hulk, is how you described them last time when my milk came in. I felt like my breasts were going to split. It was so painful. But they always say the first baby, your body doesn't know if it's going to feed one human or a small elephant. So a lot of times you will come in over engorged and then it regulates on the second one. So I should not have that much of an engorgement issue this time.
But if your body remembers
we'll
that you
see.
fed until she was 2.5.
Until she was 2 and 8 months. We'll see what happens. 10 interesting facts about breastfeeding. Think you know everything there is to know about breastfeeding? Think again. Even if you've already learned a lot about lactation, you might be surprised by some of the details of just how nature's all baby can eat buffet works. Some facts are fun, and some are downright fantastic, and some might seem a little weird. You'll burn calories. Truth. Hearing a baby cry could make your breast start to leak.
Truth.
Yes, and it happens.
It's the right cry.
You might get cramps. Yes, because when you're nursing, it actually causes your uterus to contract.
Yeah, it causes a release
and
of
so it's
oxytocin.
one of the things where they say it really helps your body get back to what it was because it helps your uterus shrink back faster. Bigger breasts don't mean more milk production. A cup A could produce the same amount as a cup D. It's just the way that it comes in and swells and stores. Your nipples may get uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, that's an understatement. They crack, they bleed, they blister.
They will get uncomfortable.
It gets uncomfortable. But then the more you do it, the easier it gets. And I think I mentioned this before, and shout out to my mama for this. The pure lanolin in the purple tube, that's the one you want. I must have tried
really good, lip balm.
I must have tried a dozen nipple creams and nipple balms, and they were all pretty good, but that lanolin, that's the one to do it.
Difference.
Your milk will change over time. Yes, and this is so fascinating. It will fit the needs that the baby needs. So if the baby's sick, it changes its composition. If the baby needs more iron, if the baby needs more, it's unbelievable what the body does, but it will actually change
and that
to make sure your baby
symbiotic
gets what you need.
relationship between you and the baby is crazy.
It's magical. The baby's mouth and saliva lets my body know what she needs, and then it produces it for her. It is absurd. Unbelievable.
Well, it also makes you marvel at the science behind formula even more, because it's the magic that's happening for them to figure out a formula that covers enough bases
to replicate enough of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It still results in a healthy child.
Yeah, mind-blowing.
Crazy. Your
milk comes from many holes, not just the obvious one. Yes, that actually surprised me when I had found that out. I was like, what do you mean? It's not just the one. It's a cluster. It's a whole cluster of holes, and it just kind of goes, there's just milk goes everywhere.
Yeah, it did.
I called it a breast milk facial, because there were times when she's drinking, when Lila was a baby, and a letdown would happen. When a letdown occurs, it just, out it comes. And there were times she'd break away and be going like this, and she would just be getting milk all over her face.
Hosed in the face.
It was great. You can breastfeed with body modifications. Yes. I remember as a teen, I had multiple people tell me, if you get a boob job, you can't breastfeed. 1, I never got a boob job. 2, yes, you can. You can still breastfeed even with it can make it more challenging sometimes. Yeah. But you absolutely can.
It depends on where the tissue's been moved to.
Yeah, no, but you absolutely can. Your partner might sexualize it. Hey, did you find anything sexy about breastfeeding?
Not in a sexual way. Mm-hmm. I found it very sensual, and I found you much more powerful, and attractive. Aww. Because of this majestic animal thing that you're doing.
They're feeding the baby and doing
and that was really cool, but nothing about it was sexual in a naughty way.
Okay. Because there are some partners who do get very turned on by that, and there's a whole
niche of porn and all that
and
stuff.
I know people where they would say things like, oh, get ready, my husband loves it when something happens and out it comes in the middle, and I was like, that we never really even talked about that, but some people get really into that kind of thing.
We're also I mean, not to get TMI, we're a little bit more vanilla than a lot of people in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we enjoy ourselves plenty, but yeah.
No, not a bad thing. You might get turned on. Speaking of getting turned on, arousal during breastfeeding can be a common, if confusing, side effect. That's very, very funny. Eye to the future. Don't forget to wash baby Rosenbach's stuff before delivery day. This way you can remove any chemicals that may have touched the fabrics en route to the shopping cart. We did 6 loads of laundry yesterday, and we're gonna get another 3 or 4 in tonight. We're washing everything.
3 or 4? Okay, cool, good to know.
Baby Santa! Did your baby arrive?
No.
Daily read, signs of labor. All right, now I know we've talked a little bit about it. Let's see what they're saying now.
Your baby drops. Check.
You have more Braxton Hicks contractions. Oh yes. Your cervix starts to change, and as you know, I'm already beginning to dilate.
You passed your mucus plug.
Hasn't
Not yet.
happened.
You have some bloody show.
Hasn't
Not
happened.
yet. What are some signs that labor is about to begin?
Your water breaks.
Your water breaks?
Now, mine broke last time in the middle of it, and I know we've talked about it before, but it was when the song Wrecking Ball was playing, and the nurse, I mean, we all just burst out laughing, and it was an audible pop. It was way louder than we were both like, wait, what? And then all of a sudden out it came.
Your contractions have become increasingly intense.
They are getting more intense. I mean, they're not regular yet by any means, but they are getting more intense.
Lower back pain or rhythmic cramping.
Little bit.
What week does labor usually start?
Labor usually starts between week 37 and week 42.
Who's going to 42 anymore?
Most doctors don't even let you go past week 41 anymore, and I'm 38.
Do you feel like, since nesting, we're in kind of, do you feel like you're nesting right now,
Yes.
or we're just prepping?
No, I am definitely in nesting mode now.
Okay, cool.
Which is also a sign.
How can I tell the difference between true labor and false labor?
It can be hard to tell at first. The frequency, length, intensity, and location of your contractions can help you figure out whether you're in true labor or having Braxton Hicks contractions. Or for me, as they were saying, I'm kind of in between the two right now. How changing positions, walking, and rest can affect contractions provides more clues. Additionally, if you notice any bloody show in your contractions, then they're probably true labor contractions. And then there's a whole chart here.
Yeah, it talks about timing, the length of the contractions, intensity, location within the body, effect of moving or resting. Like if she rotates, does it feel less intense? If she moves, stands up, sits down, drinks more water.
Yep, I have to check a lot more tonight. What should I do if my water breaks? Call your doctor.
Call your provider or midwife immediately.
That you don't want to mess with, because women whose water breaks before they're in like active labor, it's probably going to start pretty soon. Other women, it happens once you're in active labor. Other women have to have their water popped for them. My mom, with all 4 of us, had to have the water ruptured, and they were about to do that with me last time, remember? And then it wound up popping on its own. Yeah.
If you've tested positive for Group B streptococcus, which you're negative.
I'm negative.
Your provider will probably want you to head to the hospital as soon as your water breaks. So
you have to start on the antibiotics.
Yep.
Oh yeah. What happens if my water breaks and I don't have contractions? That's when things can get dangerous. And if you don't go into labor on your own within 24 hours or so, you got to go in and start Pitocin, which can then make things more intense, but it gets it going. But a lot of providers don't want you to even go 24 hours anymore. If your water breaks and you're not in active labor within a few hours,
go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital, because they got to see what's going on.
What are pregnancy warning signs to look for? Anything and everything that feels
The doctor said to me the other day, they were like, you're at the point where if anything feels funny, call. If anything feels different, if you're questioning anything, just call. I was like, okay. 12 days to go. I still can't believe the 12-day to go video was you simulating labor last time. It feels like yesterday.
I'm not doing that again.
I'm tempted to have him do it again, but I won't.
If she's still in after this week when I come back, is that my penance? Do you know where the stim pack is?
I don't know where the stim pack is.
I might get out of this one alive.
It's in storage somewhere, probably with the giant massage thing that I wanted to use on my back.
Personal massager.
No, the intense one that the personal trainer had us get. That really intense one. Subscribe up there.
Watch Jenny down here. Don't forget to hit the like button and the bell for notifications.
And send in those questions and comments.
See, we'll actually do what you ask us to do.
We'll do what you ask.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.